Presented by RomulusIT.com, offering remote support for common computer problems.
That's what I see these. I'm going off on a bit of a tangent here, but
That's fine.
Trump's, the whole "Make America Great Again." And my question has been, ever since I've seen that, I in theory, I wish I would love that. I love the idea in theory, but my question is, when was that? What "Make America Great Again"? Well, when are they talking about? When do they want it to be like? Like when women couldn't vote, or blacks didn't have the same rights as white people, or I could go on and on with a list. I'm trying to figure out when they're talking about. When is this time? And look, don't get me wrong, I love my country. I love America and all the opportunities I've been afforded because I was lucky enough to be born as an American. I love it here. But you know what? I'm also a student of history. It's something I've been a student of since even since I was a little kid, learning history in school, and then of my own volition going out and reading books. And in my short lifetime on this planet, I've lived through a lot of crazy shit on this planet. And America, we're a young country. I tend to think a lot of people like to think we're the leaders of the world and all this crap. But you know what? We're like a 9-year-old child compared to the rest of the world. We haven't been around that long. And we're a very, very young country. And so going back to that slogan, "Make America Great Again," I just feel like that's a question that nobody can answer if I was to pose that question to somebody. Well, when was that? What do you like when? Maybe when we first got our independence from the British, like when we first, but even then, we were all owning, like everyone was slave owners at that point. So yeah, we gained our independence and everything that came with that, yet that was cool for white people. You know what I mean?
I do.
There's pretty much any time in the history of this country since 1776, it would be very easy to throw a wrench into the idea of when America was great, because there's always been a dark side. There's always been that. And look, I understand people have an idea of how they would love this country to be, but you got to remember what was really going on when people look back and go, "Oh, things were so great back in the post-World War II 1950s." And then be very easy to come up with a list of all the fucking things that were not good at that same time. Don't get me started on civil rights. So anyway, I'm a student of history. I really am. And so that's why I feel like if I have an opinion on something, it's based in fact. It's not fake news. History is history. Things have happened that are real. They happened. You can't deny them. And anyway, so it's frustrating. It's frustrating that facts don't seem to matter so much anymore. And that, to me, is really fucking scary.
This episode is brought to you by Romulus IT, offering fast, affordable remote support for common computer problems, including troubleshooting, health checks, virus removal, and software support. Visit RomulusIT.com to get your computer back on track.